Hello and welcome back. Uh, Today I'm reviewing one of the newer Viaje cigars from their Skull and Bones series. This is the mother of all bombs. That's just the funniest little name. Now, if you'll notice, and I think in this light you can see their triple cap. There you go. Good shot of it there. Extremely dense. Um, I had a website that actually described the ingredients, if you will. Um, 4.5 by 54. This also comes in a 4.5 by 56, I believe. It's called the father of all bombs. Made in Honduras with Nicaraguan Corojo 99 wrapper. The wrapper color is listed as Colorado Maduro, so this should be Maduro flavors. The binder and the filler is Nicaraguan. And the blender is Andre Farkas, which is the brain child behind the Viaje series. So here it is again before we get started, and we're going to get right into it. There's the band, Skull and Bones. That's just funny. Anything to sell something, right? But it's very limited, very limited, as I said before. So let's get right to it. First, we clip the cap. Very good draw. Very good. Now, if my lighter will act correctly, getting low on fuel. These are listed as very full body. With a name like Mother of All Bombs, you would think it should be full body. Just wanted to even out a little bit there. Tidbit of information. These come, this is the white label, as you can see. It also comes in a red label, which is part of the nuclear series, named for nuclear ballistics. But these are named for non-nuclear weapons. The mother of all bombs. Well, right away there is a mother of all pepper. Little leather notes, little. At this point, seems like cinnamon, but it's very early, so and it already feels. You can tell it's going to be full bodied. So I just want to let it settle down just a little bit and get the correct flavor profile. So I'll be right back. Just about a half-inch in or so, and the cigar is settled down into one of grapefruit, cedar, a little light leather. There's a lot of sweetness there. Um, what could be coffee notes, but the leather is light, and a ton of black pepper. And the pepper just really just carries right over into the finish and almost without skipping a beat. If you like pepper on the finish, this is it. The finish has a lot of those grapefruit or citrus notes with a lot of sweetness at this point. So I would call it one of citrus. Not usually found on a lot of finish on a lot of cigars. I misspoke earlier. This is 4.5 by 52. Those of you familiar with this cigar know I made a mistake. The father of all bombs is 4.5 by 56. The mother of all bombs is 4.5 by 52. This is 52 ring gauge. There is that citrus there, a little cedar, what appears to be even almond, but the leather is light, not overly leathery. I don't really detect coffee as much as the leather, and it's very sweet, very full body. Uh, I would suggest smoking this slowly, and I am. This 4.5 may take in excess of an hour, but so be it. The mother of all bombs. Now, I've noticed one thing. I do smoke cigars slowly, but the burn is a little off, as you can see. I'm going to try to let the cigar even out on its own. And of course, you do that by holding it with the slow side down, and it'll even out. Uh, so let's give it a shot and give it a chance to do that. I'm going to let it rest, and let's see it conduct an experiment again today, but the wrapper is quite thick. So anyway, there we are. That's your initial flavor combination or flavor profile. So I'll be back here shortly with another update. Well, I am back, and I have to admit to you, I did touch it up with the lighter. And you can tell where I touched it up. See the difference in the ash. But it is back on track and burning evenly now. Now, as far as the flavors, the citrus is still there, but it now has a partner, and that is vanilla. Um, the vanilla also carries over to the finish now. So it's a very creamy vanilla on the finish, which is more appropriate, I would say. Uh, the pepper is still amazing. The cedar is subdued. Uh, the leather is somewhat subdued. Your biggest flavor explosion, aside from the pepper, is the citrus and vanilla combination. I'll stick with that. That is exactly what I taste. Vanilla, citrus, grapefruit citrus, and pepper. Underlying leather and cedar. So the cigar is going along nicely. I hate that it didn't burn quite evenly there at the beginning, but all's well that ends well, and hey, things happen. But it's a good cigar, and that is the update for now. The Viaje, mother of all bombs. And we continue. All right, about 1.5 inches in, the vanilla and citrus are showing richness now, a little richness to them. And some of that citrus does carry over to the finish, mixing with that vanilla. It's primary vanilla, but you get hints of the citrus on the finish even now. So the burn, I don't know about the burn. That concerns me because I just can't seem to get it to burn dead even, but the flavor of the cigar takes over for that, as far as takes up for that, if you will. It's not a perfect burn, but it is a very flavorful cigar, very full body. That little richness really adds a lot to it. So that was a change, that richness. Thought it was very much worthwhile coming back to tell you that. So we're about 1.5 inches in. Approaching that first lower band, which I'll have to remove here soon, but that's your update. Alright, I came back just to show you the burn. I'm having trouble with this burn on this cigar. If you'll notice, it looks fine there, but as you roll it around, look at that. I cannot get this cigar to burn evenly. I'm going to touch it up now. That's a concern. I do not know if the wrapper is just that thick and dense, It could be the way it's packed, bunched, I don't know. But that's, I don't normally have cigars do that. Now, the flavor of the cigar is still very good, but that's a concern. So now we're left with the burn has been evened out. How long it will stay that way, I don't know. As you can see, I have removed the lower band. Really wish it would burn evenly. That would be a little more impressive. Not a lot of change. The flavors are still about the same. So, except for the burn, the cigar is going along nicely, but that is a concern I have. And as you can see, I am very, very close to the skull and crossbones, so we'll be removing that band here shortly, and hopefully the burn will stay even to the end, which we only have inch and a half so to go, and we'll see what happens. But for now, that's that. Well, I'm down to the end of the cigar. As you can see, the burn is still off, but that's just a product of the cigar, I guess. I tend to score cigars on flavor. Uh, this one will have to be knocked down a notch for the burn, but all in all, a good cigar. Very full bodied, not for a beginner. Very nice flavors. I like the flavors in it, but the burn will have to knock it down a notch. I'm not big on knocking down cigars for burn, but in this case, we're going to have to. One more check of the flavors. The richness is still there. Nice flavors. I like the flavors of the cigar. I like the full bodiness. Just wish the burn was a little better, but you can't have everything sometimes. So all in all, the Viejo uh, Skull and Bone series, mother of all bombs, I'm giving a score of 91. Actually, for flavor, it would tick up about 2 spots, but I have to knock off some for the burn. So there you have it. Good cigar, very limited, 300 boxes of each. So, to give you an example, there's 6 shops locally that I do shop in and go to. Only one has this cigar. So if your shop carries Viejo, if they carry Viejo, the good chance they'll have this. Um, so try it. I would be curious to get your feedback on how the burn was for you. Uh, this is what happened with me, so that's maybe typical, it may not be, but good cigar. Try it. 91, good cigar.